Hi, I'm Keith and welcome to my art channel. I've made a lot of art in my day, especially on this channel. But this particular work of art right here is a skateboard blank that I painted a few years ago. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's a xenomorph from Alien and a skull. And on this video, I'm going to show you how to paint it. This was a very fun project to do, a painting on the skateboard. Skateboard is made out of wood, so it's very absorbent. I did find myself having to put this thing in the oven a couple of times to dry it out because my paint does tend to be a little bit sloppy. On this particular piece of work, I used ink, India ink. Sometimes with my other works, I will use thinned down Mars Black acrylic paint, but this I decided to go with the ink because I didn't think it would lift off. Sometimes if you use ink on board, well, not board, but on canvas, if you get it wet, it'll come up. And that's a problem. So I kind of got around that by using acrylic paint that's just thinned down. But I wanted to try the ink here because I like the way the ink wash works. And actually the acrylic paint wash works about the same. So here I am right here, and I'm just darkening in the pencil lines. This image was a copy of another painting I did that I photographed and I projected and put on the skateboard because I liked the way it looked. Right now I'm putting on about 50% ink wash because once I get my outlines done, I need to get the whole image dark enough that I can use highlights. And the highlights are what make your painting jump off the page. To the left there is a skull, and recently I've been doing a whole series of skull paintings. I thought it'd be really kind of cool if I put my xenomorph and a skull on the same canvas. Well, I guess the skateboard's a canvas. And it was a good opportunity here because the length of the skateboard gave me a chance to have them face towards each other. So not only was this fun to paint, the composition was kind of cool. So now that I have my ink wash on there, I start with my first layer of paints. This paint is a kind of a neutral blue-gray. It's not too light, it's not too dark. And I'm going to eventually darken it down and then lighten it up because the fun is in the highlights. So I've painted this painting before, and it's kind of funny because it was about a year and a half ago I did it. I had to remember exactly what steps I took to make this work. And once I got going, it was like riding a bicycle. I remembered all the steps. I'm just using regular acrylic paint here. It's just that blue-gray. And this blue-gray works excellent for this xenomorph. When you think about a xenomorph, you think about being black and shiny. But this blue-gray just works really good, especially once I get the shading put on it, which we'll get here to in a second. So right now I'm just blocking in color, blocking in all my blues. And this is the work part of artwork because I'm just, like I said, I'm blocking in colors, putting in the work, putting in the leg work, and off to the right and to the left I have all kinds of brushes, all kinds of paints, all kinds of stuff. Here you see I'm putting in my first layer of shading. All this is about a 50% ink wash I put over the paint. And I just personally love the way this looks. It's my favorite thing to do. I think ink wash is totally underrated. I don't know anybody else who does it. I just had to refill my ink bottle because I used so much of it. I had to get another bottle, and going to the sink and trying to dump that into the other bottle, I didn't do too bad. I didn't spill too much. I thought about if I had a drinking straw, I could put the straw in the bottle, put my thumb over it and pull it out, but I could not find a drinking straw anywhere in the house, which is funny because usually I have plenty of them. So right now I'm adding my gray tones. Oh, now I'm starting my first layer of highlights. This is where the fun begins. The fun begins with making this painting. I will do several layers of highlights. So this is just a little bit of white added to that gray, blue-gray paint. So I'm kind of putting just how to describe this. I'm not putting in the super bright highlights, so it's more of a impressionistic type of painting right now. Right now I'm channeling the xenomorph. I've watched the Alien movies probably 100 times. I'll probably go watch it once I'm done with making this video, because I just like the image, the design of the xenomorph. It's just so fun to play with. All the little twisted little pieces of it. It's mechanical, biomechanical body. Here I am. I'm going to a next layer of highlights. and I probably do at least 3 on this thing to make it pop. Making it pop is what makes it fun. I'm adding more highlights on that, which kind of looks like a hose, something you find under the hood of your car, but the Xenomorph has that, and it's a neat little design feature. So now I'm adding probably my second layer of highlights, and I'm making everything kind of stand out 3D, just a little bit more. And I'm kind of, just kind of waiting to the point I can put my polyurethane on this and make it shiny. I have yet to do that still. I have the can in the other room, but I have not sprayed it yet. I just didn't want to do that because if it caught the light right, it might just look a little bit too shiny. But I do want it to have that glass look. So maybe once I get that done, I'll add that to a different video. So now I'm putting on some outlines around the image. I did these on accident in the last painting. I just kind of did it, and I loved the way it looked, so I kept it. I put in some highlights on the teeth. The teeth actually have 3 different layers. There's some grays, there's some blues, there's the highlight white. You really got to make those teeth pop. There's my my messy little paint thing. So I'm adding some more highlights to the teeth right there. So more highlights. I think this is my final layer of highlights right here. I have to be really scarce with this. I can't put too much on. Too much highlights is going to make it look too bright. And those green little blobs there I'm putting on now, that is when the Xenomorph gets blown up and the little pieces of its guts go flying through the air. This is the other side of the painting, and like I said before, I've been doing a lot of skulls lately. So I have a reference photo for this, so off to the side, and I'm copying the way it looks. And I use a lot of reference in my stuff nowadays, almost exclusively. I won't really paint anything out of my brain. I used to, but I like the way things look more realistic if I use a reference. And I want my stuff to be outstanding, because if I'm outstanding, it's more likely you folks out there are going to like and subscribe to my work and go back and binge all my stuff. This here is fun. There's lots of people on YouTube who do what I do. I hope you enjoy what I do. Okay, here's the fun part. I'm doing the painting of the skull. It's kind of a sugar skull type of thing, but it's not, because it's my own thing. It's kind of more of a, I don't know if you say a tribal look. I don't know what a tribal look is. It's decorative, let's put it that way. It's a decorative look. So I put all kinds of little dots and little curvy lines and all kinds of stuff. There's my red paint. The reason why I have red paint is because I'm going to go over this and add some color to it. I thought about using more green to complement the green on the other side with the Xenomorph. I thought, no, I'm going to use red, because red and green are opposites. At least I think they are. And I thought it would be more of a cool contradiction to put the red versus the green. So I have some blue in the skull. Oh, then this is the fun part. I put little white dots all over everything. So we're coming to the point where you got to see this thing. I have a picture of it at the end, so you got to stick with me till it's done, because this board's, it's long. It's hard to see the whole thing in one video. So I took a picture of it with my son holding it, and it's a neat thing. I have 2 more blanks to go, and I probably will make something else. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But please like this and subscribe to me. Subscribe. I'm almost at 100, and I need to have 100 subscribers. I do thank you for showing up here, and hang on here. I'm going to show you a picture of my son holding this thing right there. Isn't that cool? Wouldn't you like to own that, baby?